Here we have verse 37 of the 4th chapter of the Gospel of John. Jesus has just made this interesting observation to his disciples concerning the harvest, which is ready to be harvested, noting that there is this idea that he has in mind of the sower and the reaper reaping and sowing, in a sense, simultaneously together, that one sows, another reaps, and yet they all gather together in a great moment of rejoicing, as if there were no time lapse between the one and the other. And it is, of course, representative of the notion that is before them here of these men who are coming out from the city of Samaria, Sychar, where Jesus has stopped for a moment for a drink of water. His disciples have gone into the town to get some food, and now they're wondering as they see these men coming from the town on the testimony of this woman, and there's going to be what amounts to apparently a great harvest here, in which the sowing had just barely taken place, in which Jesus had sowed the seed with this woman, and yet the harvest is about to occur. Usually, of course, there's a great time lapse that separates the one from the other. Jesus, of course, alludes to something like that as we come to verse 37. In, the preposition in takes the dative, gar, the soft conjunction for in, to toe. This, the demonstrative pronoun, dative, masculine, really probably here dative neuter, same spelling either way. In this, ho logos, the word, esten, the verb of being from eimi, it is, the word is, alethenos, true, an adjective, of course. So in this, the word is true, a predicate adjective, going back and referring to that word logos. In this, the word is true, hoti, that, allos, and notice it's in parallel with this, the same word. Usually it means another, and so literally we would translate this that the word is true, that another is the sower and another is the reaper. But of course that wouldn't normally be the way it comes over into English, and so it's normally translated one is the sower, another is the reaper, but the parallelism of course adds to the drama. So allos, another, esten, same as we had here, is ho speron, the sower. This is the masculine, singular, nominative participle. So one is the sower, kai, one, allos, or another, ho theridzon, the reaper. These two participles, again, are in parallel with each other, and the entire statement has, therefore, a bit of almost poetic drama. And we would expect that because it does appear to be one of those sayings, one sows and another reaps. How much in life is really characterized by that? You think of the medieval cathedrals in which one person might be a bricklayer. He would live and die as a bricklayer. He didn't see when the project began. He certainly wouldn't see its conclusion. Sometimes it took as many as a couple of hundred years to build one of those great monuments, and yet he had his role to play. Oftentimes in the work of the kingdom, something like that is in view, but Jesus here almost highlighting the exception to the rule, that now, at this particular moment, a harvest was going to take place with respect to these men who were coming to see Jesus as a result of the testimony of the woman of Samaria.